Hey all, test. Sweet. Alright, looks like we're live. I'm just gonna send out stream announcements and we'll be on the way. Okay. Yeah, I've not been streaming a ton over the last month, partly because of WBC, partly now I'm back and just been busy. Looks like we've not had a lot of streams. Last week's stream was a lot of fun though. Crazy game that went very well. So we'll see what we get here. Obviously still waiting in the queue, but expecting that to go pretty fast. Hey, ProHealth, welcome. Um, so hopefully you don't have to wait too long here. Shall I join? It's up to you. You can. Um, yeah, we should get a game pretty quick. I don't know that there's a lot else going on at the moment. Once again, I don't really have particularly strong gaming goals at the moment, especially not in Agricola or Terra Mystica. See you in the game? Yeah. Sounds good. Yeah, I've been exploring some games a little bit more lately. Trying to play a handful of things too. Just as always, I say there's stuff that I'd like to come to BGA, but then who knows how much I would actually play once it makes its way to BGA. Partly depends on how easy it is to get a live game. I actually would like to play a little more Third and Taxis at the moment, but finding a live 4-player of that's been tough. So I've been doing some 2-player, but the 2-player dynamics are a bit different than what I'm used to. Not majorly so, but just enough. The card row doesn't change a ton between turns, which is a thing I'm getting used to. But yeah. Bonus Agricola Wednesday stream. I mean, bonus is a stretch. I just kind of stream whenever I'm able to. Lumen is the one that has a nice schedule, and then all the other all of the rest of us Agricola diehards are just hoping for others. But Gordon's not been streaming much. Gordon for a while was streaming a decent bit, but that was already a year ago. Maybe not that long, but a couple months it's been since he's been streaming. But anyhow, yeah, I still obviously have a bunch of Agricola articles I intend to write, but haven't got around to that. I did finish writing up my WBC report, but I still have some event report stuff to type up and other things. You're in the queue. Nice. I have no idea who else is in the queue, so find out what happens. Somebody left. Yeah, that happens. It's fine. I didn't expect it to go super fast. You did mean bonus in the sense that it was in addition to Lumen scheduled. Yeah, okay. That's what I figured, but I wasn't sure. In that case, yes. Bonus content. Yeah, what else do I know or have to talk about? Not a ton. Mostly, yeah, I've just been... I don't even know what games I want to really be playing. I'm in this... Not a void, but just in a spot where I don't totally know what I want to be doing. I did just recently play Imhotep for the first time in a while, and I was reminded how much I like Imhotep. But I don't think Imhotep gets very many players on BGA. So The yeah. 31 games have been played, 4 elite players, 11 bronze players. Not particularly encouraging. Oh, there's more than 11 bronze. Oh, no, there's only 11 people that have actually played a game. And then there's just the people that have defaulted from last season. But, so yeah, that's not really. This is part of the problem. Maybe not a problem with BGA, but there's just so many games that just like are essentially dead for all real purposes. Like this is not really, especially real time. At least this is not a thing I can do real time. Otherwise, I maybe would, but I'm also so confused why Sushi Go Party. Like I think Sushi Go Party is way better than Sushi Go personally. But ever since Sushi Go Party came on to BGA, like it at least gets players, but it is on such a wildly different level than Sushi Go. Yeah, look at this. Sushi Go is just like what, 10 times more popular, 20 times more popular. It's crazy. It's so weird to me. But you're just gonna watch. It's fine. I I don't. Eventually, the queue will pop. It looked like it was gonna go fast, so then I started the stream. But we could be sitting here for a while. It's also possible that I don't actually care about arena, so I could try to create a simple table and see if I get what I want. Somebody had you red thumbed. Yeah, that's always possible too. It's hard to know for sure what is causing the queue to do its thing. I have been playing quite a bit of Race for the Galaxy lately, but I'm not sure that I've actually gotten better at Race for the Galaxy. I probably need to spend slightly more time doing some analysis. Also, I might need to stop playing the arena mode for this season. The arena mode for this race season has the prestige expansion, and gosh, there's just so many cards and so many things I don't really understand, and I haven't. I started to understand prestige, but there's just that much extra element to consider and how to use and exploit that it's less than I need. But not a lot of arena Agricola games going on at the moment. Thought I might have missed my chance because hopping back in the queue here, it's not looking good. But no, it's most of the arena games started quite a while ago. Doesn't look like there's any that started recently. But it also looks like it's possible that we wind up with a pretty good regular table. So, how did I do at WBC? I did very well at WBC. This is a nice table. My WBC went really well, Pro Hell, but obviously I'll see you around. You think race works best 2 players with 2 actions per turn at base set only? Oh, see, I kind of disagree. I don't necessarily agree with base set only, but I do think I do agree 2 player advanced is probably where race is best. But I do think I think the Gathering Storm in particular is quite good. I think Rebels versus Imperium is fine. I don't have that much experience with them to be fair, but I do think base set only is a little problematic in some ways. I do think the expansions were good, but that game died or no? Everybody accepted and BJ was weird. All right, cool. Hey, Silver River, welcome. All right, let's get full screen. We are first seat with Pro Hell after us, Small White Rabbit, and 22. It is not Agricola Arena. Sorry, everybody, I lied. It's just a regular table. We can make the cards slightly bigger for the draft. I see a Rammed Clay, a Forest Plow, a Hod. There's some good stuff. We got to think about this. Okay, so minor wise, Rammed Clay good, Hod's good, Forest Plow's good, Scales is reasonably good, Storeroom can be good. We're doing draft 7, so card quality is going to be just a little bit lower. You're likely biased by knowing those cards the best. Yeah, I understand that laser trip. I mean, that's where I'm at too. I understand the base set the best, but I do think base set's a little wonky in that it heavily rewards produce consume cycles. I think I like the expansions opening up different avenues a little bit more, but I don't fully know either, so whatever. Anyhow, Agricola, decently spicy opening pack. Gonzo, 17 months. That's crazy, buddy. 17 months is wild. Thanks so much for that support. Anyhow, yeah, this opening pack is reasonable. Somebody else is going to take the Cottagers, but there is Cottager Trap Builder. Honestly, the Ox are pretty bad, so I'm probably going to take Trap Builder anyhow. And I'm probably just taking Rammed Clay. We're doing draft 7, so card quality is going to be just slightly worse. Rammed Clay sort of goes with Trap Builder. If I actually use Trap Builder, I have places to go with it. The other nice part about Rammed Clay is that with the Hod in the game, there's a bunch of extra clay. So now a clay-rich game, Rammed Clay is really good. Rammed Clay is also just a free miner. Forest Plow is also pretty powerful, to be honest. But I think first C, we're just going to take Rammed Clay. We're going to take Trap Builder. Mostly because Trap Builder has some upside if we hit like a Loam Pit or anything. But it's very possible that I'm basically not going to use any of these Ox. It's possible that basically nobody uses any of these Ox because the Ox are that bad. Cottager feels the worst of the day labor cards to aspire to wheel? Pretty much. I'm very low on Cottager also, yes. Wooden Hut Extender, yes please. Yes please. Miners, not very exciting, but Wooden Hut Extender, I mean, yeah, slam dunk, easy peasy, done. Wooden Hut Extender Rammed Clay is super lovely because one of the biggest issues with Wooden Hut Extender is you're still spending quite a bit of wood on rooms, and that can get pretty punitive. But with Rammed Clay as an out, amazing. Clay Deposit with Rammed Clay is kind of cute, but I don't think I want to take it here. Upscale Lifestyle is pretty good in general. I think Upscale Lifestyle is still actually worth taking here because of Rammed Clay. Wonder what Purple picked over Wooden Hut Extender. I agree. I'd be a little bit concerned about what Purple picked over Wooden Hut Extender, but there's a lot of cards that you can take. Childless, Field Watchman, Tiller, Collector. I mean, to be fair, it is like a top 20 Ock, right? We're talking about like a top 20 Ock, like a Cow Prince, like something. But there's like 20 Ox that you can take over Wooden Hut Extender. So it's going to be hard to narrow down what they have. You think there's like 10 to 15? Yeah, I'm saying 20, just being a little generous, but yeah. Anyhow, I think I will take Upscale Lifestyle here. Even if this is just 3 wood to 5 clay, that's net 2 fence pieces for me. But in a better scenario, it helps me renovate and gives me a reno action, which can be very useful on big house game plans because you could wind up renovating pretty late otherwise. I'm a pretty big Storehouse Keeper fan. I'm also not I'm not a Conjurer hater. But whoa, and there's a stew. Wait a sec. There's just a stew. I mean, so Lettuce Patch is very good in general, but it's not clear to me when I'm going to have 3 Ox down, and Stew is really quite powerful here. Stew is just so much food. Conjurer looks way worse with that in mind, so I think this is Storehouse Keeper for a little bit of grain support. This Fisherman's Friend looks really bad with a Conjurer in the game. The Resource Recycler could be cute for somebody else, not very good for us. Building expert would be cute if that came back, but I'll take the storehouse keeper here. I don't have any grain yet. I don't really need much grain, but a little bit of grain would be cool. So storehouse keeper also gives fences. Right you are, Philip. Right you are. I did forget about that part. Storehouse keeper does say that I can get a clay every time that I take fences. Almost forgot about that. Uh, the only thing I don't really know about this hand is actually when I'm trying to set up Stew Trap Builder, because you have to use Stew Trap Builder in kind of like the mid game or early game, because by the late game, obviously, there's no future rounds to put food onto. So it would be kind of good to just get this stuff going early, but I don't know, because I also just want action advantage. Junior Artist Hardware Store somehow is your fourth pick. Here we go. Wow, that would be dumb. There is a plow driver. There's an animal teacher. Those are good. The animal teacher maybe is not that good here because I don't really have time to play it. This plow driver is unclear with Wooden Hut Extender, but also like it still could be like 2 or 3 fields if I prioritize it, and we could just fence really late. There's some interesting lines here with Plow Driver, I think. Also, it's just by far the best card in this pack. Well, maybe not by far, but it's very good. The Baker is very nice for a baking game plan, but I'm not really needing that. The Plow Driver getting passed 3 times is much wilder to you. I mean, it should be, but I think people sleep on Plow Driver way too much. Must have been a solid pack. Potentially, I mean, there's also an animal teacher, so it does suggest that it's a pretty solid pack, but also, yeah, I think people are... I think even other strong players are a little bit bad about Plow Driver. I think it slides more than it should. Maybe that's wrong. Let's actually honestly let's pull up the stats for it. I'm very curious what Plow Driver's average draft position is at expert tables. Rocky terrain looks reasonably good here. I would like a source of stone. The only weird part about rocky terrain is that it doesn't make sense with Plow Driver, but it's unclear to me if this Plow Driver is something that we're using or if it's just aspirational. I also like Chicken Coop a bit for trickles of food feeding. Like, we could feed off Stew Chicken Coop Trap Builder for basically the whole game, but the stone comes pretty late. Feels like early stone's a lot better than late stone. The main thing that Rocky Terrain does is it might help us run out of stone slightly faster, but yeah, it's not clear that it's really not clear that we're doing any plowing with any priority. This game plan really needs very little fields at the moment. So I think I am just going to take the Chicken Coop. I partly like Chicken Coop here because the read cost is a little bit more palatable with Wooden Hut Extender already in hand. Forest Plow came back. Wow, what? I mean, okay, apparently Plow Driver's not needed, but wow. The benefit of early Redstone is more fields, so it's mixed bag. Yeah, correct. It's not very synergistic. Was there a consideration for Milking Place with Star Housekeeper? Not really, because the downside of Milking Place is pretty punitive here. With Trap Builder, there's a possibility I'm going to want to do like a Fence 4 or build 2 stables, and not having room to breed boar if I'm going that route could be kind of sad, although, again, how much are we feeding off trickles? I honestly don't know. I think this has to just be Forest Plow. I don't really have the crops to make storeroom incredible, particularly the veg. I mean, this storeroom could still be pretty good, but Forest Plow is just like guaranteed very good. I don't even care too much about leaving the wood behind because of rammed clayouts. I think that's just an easy. I don't like Tree Inspector much. Full Peasant's pretty bad. I'll take Millwright. It's occasionally useful, but probably a lot of plow support. I agree. My opponents must have quite a bit of plow help. The clay deposit did come back. Clay deposit's going to be pretty cute with rammed clay. This is useful. This Hollow Warden's actually okay too. Being able to just build a fireplace off Hollow Warden is fine. I don't know that we'll do it, but you guess nobody's doing dumb millwright stuff? No, dude, nobody's doing dumb millwright stuff. At this point, I am assuming my opponents have plow help. I'm almost anticipating a Field Watchman, although I guess Field Watchman would take a millwright. So maybe there is a tiller, which would be pretty gross, but Fisherman's Friend came back, that's fine. Fern Seeds, that's pretty bad. Alright, time to decide what we're actually up to. I could just play Storehouse Keeper here, but generally I like just slamming RSF anyhow. You're not into full peasant there. Seems like could be okay with Trap Builder, Rammed Clay. Gosh, I guess maybe, but I'm a chump who just opens RSF here anyhow, rather than play Trap Builder. I don't really want to play and use Trap Builder yet. I'm just gonna take RSF. You just hate Millwright so much. Gotcha. Alright, the game does open RSF 3 wood. 3 wood suggests Pro Hell might be on scales. I did pass the scales, so very well could be Pro Hell starting. On the wheel here, Retail Dealer. Retail Dealer against my Storehouse Keeper. Uh-oh. There are some fights. I'm probably taking 2 wood, but maybe taking 2 clay just for... Well, see, the problem about 2 clay is I don't actually really want a fireplace for feeding this game. It really wants to be a hearth. So even though I have the option of 2 clay and Hollow Warden, I probably just take 2 wood and belligerently pursue room parts as an opening here. Building Expert. Ugh. Wow. Playing Building Expert after somebody plays Retail Dealer is pretty gross. This Storehouse Keeper is looking slightly dubious because of the resource market cards in front of me. So I'm not going to get a lot of RSF this game, and honestly, that's okay. I don't need tons of Reedstone, but I was going to play Storehouse Keeper for a couple grain, but at this point, maybe I'm not. Ooh, Gonzo with the 50k redeem. Dang, buddy. I still owe several people some redeems, so I gotta get on that. Storehouse Keeper taking or Retail Dealer taking 2 clay is kind of surprising. Retail Dealer really doesn't want to be in an early fireplace fight, and kind of usually sometimes wants ovens. So I'm not sure I would take that 2 clay with no major and no sheep showing. I would often with Retail Dealer I would just plow. I think with Retail Dealer, sometimes you can get 2 grain fields to end stage 1, and that's pretty sweet. But just a day labor here from Purple. That's, I was gonna say, that's pretty disciplined food tempo. But looks like they're undoing. It looks like Purple really wants me to red thumb them because they're a big fan of not confirming. Major Minor does flip, so the 2 clay is maybe slightly better, although again, I don't know what Teal's doing with a fireplace, but RSF gets taken by Pro Hell, love to see it. Nobody seems to really want to play Ox. I probably am getting Ock back here. I will play an Ock. I probably will play Trap Builder here, actually. Because my last action is looking pretty dubious, and Trap Builder will nicely feed me. Yeah, I probably go Trap Builder, Day Laborer. Yeah, I think I will just do that. I don't really want to read, so... It is kind of funny, because nobody really wants to read. Everybody wants RSF, but... You've started taking Day Labor with late actions in round 1 a lot more. Yeah, I think that's discipline. That's good. Wow, yeah, we do just get free Ock here, because nobody wants to Ock. Which is fine by me. I actually have a couple early Ocks I'm willing to use, but definitely will just Trap Build here. Presumably just get Day Labor back. It's going to be pretty nice. It's going to be solid. Pro Hell correctly opened RSF, expecting they would get Ock back, which they do. Pro Hell probably wants to Ock, but clearly wanted RSF more. Yeah, I think it was very well done by Pro Hell to just read the game state that they were very likely getting Ock back, and that's what they got. So I think that worked nicely. Teal is starting rather than fireplace. What is this 2 clay? Oh, family-friendly home. Okay, well, that's gross. Family-friendly home's always a little spooky, but they did not take 2 read. Not taking 2 read with Family Friendly Home, I think, is pretty questionable because they need a lot of read. But they really want RSF, I guess. I also don't understand the 2 clay, but you kind of feel like Family Friendly is good for my game. Well, it does open up the growth queue more, so that part is true. Anyhow, day labor here is easy. Easy peasy day labor. This is basically what we set up for. This helps feed us. We now have the food that we can still play Wooden Hut Extender Storehouse Keeper if we want. I really do want just 3 wood Wooden Hut Extender this round, though. 3 wood Wooden Hut Extender is definitely my goal for this round. I would like to build the first room in round 4. I guess purple's actually going to be in front of me on the room building stuff, though it looks like, yeah. Purple is going to build in front of me. Oh well. I would like to gather room parts. Everybody's gathering room parts. That's the game. That is the game. If I wind up on 4 clay, I'm also comfortable just taking 4 clay. If 4 clay and both ox go, I'll be a bit of a sad boy. Don't totally know what I would do in that scenario. Animal teacher for Pro Hell. On the correct ox spot, too. Always cute to notice when you can play expensive Ock because it doesn't matter to anybody else, and Pro Hell still has an option to Ock on the wheel. I do not get Ock back. Slightly sad days. I might not get 4 clay back either. Oh, Wreck Carpenter. Well, Wreck Carpenter Family Friendly Home is nasty. That's... So there's even less pressure on build rooms. 4 clay does go. That's a bummer. They undo, giving me hope, but they just keep redoing the action. I don't know if they're on a phone and they just keep clicking the wrong button. They're gonna rapidly get a red thumb from me though with this many restarts. Alright, they are committed to 4 clay. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like any of these actions, unfortunately. I could start player rammed clay. That's pretty gross. I could just take 3 clay, I guess. I mean, I have a rammed clay. I have a stew I want to play. I guess 3 clay is fine for me. 3 clay allows me to play stew and chicken coop. Yeah, you know, I guess I just settle for 3 clay. It advances my game. It's a little gross, but I don't really want a star player here. Let's just settle for 3 clay. Does your first stock do something on day labor? Yeah, whenever I day labor, I get a food on the next 2 rounds and a pig 3 rounds from that. So, Trap Builder gives you food, food, pig on the next 3 rounds every time you day labor. It basically gives you a bunch of food. And stew also gives me a bunch of food, so I have way too much food is really the answer. And a couple trickles of pigs. It's not great, but it's okay. Really, we need to get Wooden Hut Extender out. But I will play Wooden Hut Extender here. Teal is definitely hoping to get wood back, which they might. It is late sheep. I still have no idea why Teal took 2 clay in round 1, by the way. It's been unanswered, but there's not much rush to Wooden Hut Extender. Yeah, I guess. Should probably be going for double build. Yeah, also I'm just getting 4 wood, so I'm just going to take 4 wood. Oh, wait a sec. No, I'm going to play an Ock. I'm probably playing an Ock, because if purple plays an Ock here, they're not building. And I still would happily just build a room. Lutenist. Lutenist is crazy. This is very bad. This is not a card you want to play here, and as usual, they undo, so I'm definitely red thumbing this player. Just, I will not deal. I will not play a player like this again. Instead, they just take read. Okay, now I'm back to just slamming 4 wood. 4 wood's a great action always, so. Also, if Pro Hell takes 3 wood, that messes up this Wreck Carpenter Family Friendly Home a little bit, because they don't have room parts. I'm not sure Pro Hell takes 3 wood here, but I think they do, yeah. And I probably get Wooden Hut Extender back. Yeah, I probably get Wooden Hut Extender back. Teal is going to SP. That's kind of surprising to me. Is this finally an explanation for the 2 clay? Wow. It sort of is, but not really. Playing farm store here is ludicrous. Axe would be scary. Instead, it's farm store. I don't know how they intend to get enough wood. I guess they're going to buy a wood in the harvest and open 3 wood. Purple not having to build here is a little annoying. But yeah, purple just gets to build next round now, so kudos to them. But we get our wooden hut extender out. My game's still okay. But yeah, the room queue just got pretty ugly, but my stage 1's pretty good here. I got a lot of stuff out that I wanted to, so. Prohel is just going to pay for the Ak anyhow. Okay. Prohel did wind up with the fireplace, because yeah, Teal took the clay for farm store of all things. Just crazy. I mean, Teal is rated super highly, so I guess I have to give slightly more credence to this. Wow, the Conjurer is getting played. Farm store looks terrible. I agree. The farm store looks awful for tempo here. Like, I would never play farm store. But whatever. Teal did what they wanted to do. It's fine. Is it round 7 that it becomes 4 wood? It's round 6, I believe. Yeah, round 6 and 7 it's 4 wood, and then round 8 it's 3 wood. So setting up for double build in 6 looks pretty good here. Yeah, this is good timing. Yeah, I agree. It does actually look pretty good. I should probably get RSF here. Yeah, Teal did buy wood reed in the harvest, which is kind of expected. So Teal's going to take 3 wood, I would expect. Purple has to build. I take RSF, and then I get to double build in round 6 at least. Is probably what happens. What actually happens, who knows? Teal could take RSF here, but no, they take the 3 wood. So purple's going to build, unless they're lunatic, which I'm not totally convinced of anything yet, but no, purple does that. All right, yeah, I just get to RSF here. It's fine. Growth is going to be very open. I don't know that growth's going to be super open. I mean, the family-friendly home probably opens up growth, but, like, it could be a late growth game still. So, like, I don't know. But the food should be quite nice, yes. Although I still don't actually have I obviously don't have stew down yet, so there is that. But Prohel takes the Conjurer action. That was pretty telegraphed, actually, too, now that I think about it. That's a big food grab. Food is really tight for some of these players now, actually. Like, Teal has no food, actually. And these sheep, I mean, I don't know that Prohel actually wants the sheep, but I mean, I guess Teal can take 4 clay and go for a hearth here. Or go for, I guess Teal could take 4 clay and just go for the oven. Yeah, it might be what they're doing. You think this game's setting up nicely? I think the game's solid. I mean, I'm just taking lots of good actions. So, you know, there's nothing that's ever too wrong about that. Teal's just taking 2 wood. I think 2 wood for Teal's a bad action, but whatever. I will take 4 clay here, probably, if I'm allowed to. I really don't have a lot else to do, to be honest. See, you guys are talking like the growth queue's wide open, but I'm not sure that's really the case. Like, I mean, Teal presumably is going to hardline the family-friendly home, but, like, if Teal's just staying start player, Teal can just grow normally next round and just pretend they never played family-friendly home. I don't know that that's good for them, but Teal has big food issues. I will admit, Teal's food looks real bad. Like, really bad, especially that they didn't take 4 clay. I think I'm just day laboring here. The other alternative is I can SP the stew here just because I need to start getting miners out. Is that actually good? See, I don't think I'm supposed to play the stew yet because I'm going to get to it pretty quickly anyhow. If I just day labor here, I'm well fed for another stage. I also don't actually know why purple took 4 more clay. This looks like one of those annoying players that's just going to take too much clay in front of me and make this rammed clay way worse than it should be, but whatever. Can Prohel start with a read? I don't think so. I didn't pass Prohel any reason. I could Ock here also, I guess. I could get Storehouse Keeper out, but like, I don't know how much more I'm taking RSF anytime soon. Do I even need Stew? I don't super need Stew. I don't know that I even really... I mean, I guess I eventually need a Hearth. If I just get a Hearth, this works too, but like, currently these animals are going nowhere. It's not clear that I'm fencing or building stables either, but I could take wood into double build in stables. If I'm able to do that, then I agree. Wow, Prohel is starting, and it's rocky terrain. Well, okay. You think growing with stew is better? I agree that growing with stew is better. But anyhow, I will not be building stables with my room. Yeah, I will not have tempo on stables anymore, I agree. Prohel is pretty clearly starting for a read action. And it is late growth, gross. You think Teal's fine on food, looks very solid. Think they easy in the best position. Also, Kim and his always complained about the farm store, so do not all the info. It seems like an okay farm store. I think the farm store is bad, but it's working out okay for them. Late growth looks really problematic, actually, though. Yeah, Teal's position with a late growth game is kind of a big deal. It's also problematic here because Teal is going to get room parts unless Prohel and I can agree that we need to stop Teal. Like, I really want to take 3 wood here and assume Prohel will also take 3 wood. I can try SP builds. I can probably just SP build next round if Prohel builds here. Yeah, exactly. Prohel can't stable block if I do this, so... You think Prohel builds if I take 3 wood? I don't think Prohel should build. I think Prohel should take 3 wood. Yeah, Prohel can't stable block if I go SP build. So, I think Prohel's supposed to join me. You think I have to build here? I think you're definitely wrong. And Prohel does join me. Perfect. I think this is significantly better for both of us. And it's significantly worse for Teal. Teal taking read first was silly. They didn't need to read. Yeah, I would agree. They really needed wood. They also need food. I cannot stress this enough that Teal's position is like reasonable, except actually they have no food. Your advice should come with a 300 Zelo warning. Hey, no worries, no worries. Teal is building a BMW? Is Teal honestly building BMW? No, they're building Milking Place. Their major minor in Milking Place? What? I mean, it's a food, but wowzers. Just wowzers. Okay. Let's build some rooms and some stables. Yeah, this seems pretty good. Seems pretty good. You don't like Teal's position anymore? You want to puke? Want action to eat a grand raw? Yeah, you know, they did a thing. Zigzag's analysis had a pretty big caveat that Teal's food is okay, but you're not wholly convinced it is. Yeah. Even after the wood block, you still liked it, but not with that move. Yeah, I would mostly agree that Teal's position was fine, but hey, they've not been prioritizing the right stuff. I'm okay with these stables because I have rammed clay and I'm going to be breeding pigs. Yes, I am okay with this. Alright. Farm layout also seems fine. Yeah. I do think there's a good chance that I'm never building a 5th room. 3 clay was totally fine there. I agree. Think Teal should just have gone clay oven and been happy? Yes. This is a situation of literally anything else is probably better than Milking Place. Yeah, I agree. Okay. Anyhow, I think I think things are reasonable here for me. Clay Evans, don't have a BMW. I don't think BMW is particularly good for them, to be clear. I don't think there's enough reed. Even with their farm store injecting reed, I'm not convinced that BMW is a good plan. But definitely they should have been going for an oven. Just zero doubt that they should have been going for an oven. But whatever. All right. I am just going to SP here. I don't want... Like, ProHealth could try to SP on me. Teal could decide they're just going to SP to grow and give up on family-friendly home. Like, I'm not going to mess around with anything here. And I think I'm just playing Stew. Yeah, I'm just going to play Stew. I don't really want to reveal Rammed Clay yet. And I might want a Day Labor here, potentially. Probably not, but maybe. ProHealth goes RSF. How is Teal feeding? Taking 4 clay into an oven? Teal takes 3 wood as if they're going to build and grow. But I don't know that they can... Well, I guess they can take 3 food fishing. Yeah, I guess Teal takes 3 food fishing. Although they still take a beggar then? You have to... Oh no, you get a food from Family Friendly Home. God, that's the dumbest thing. Family Friendly gives you the food. Alright, fine. They can do whatever. There's 3 stone, but frickin' purple keeps taking all the goddamn clay. I guess I'm just taking 4 clay because I probably want a hearth. Yeah, I know there's milking place food, yeah. I think I'm just taking 4 clay here. Yeah, the 3 stone looks slow to me in a way that I don't have... I can't grow with forest plow. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this. I think I am probably... God, maybe I should take 3 stone, though. Basically, at this point, I think I am trying to push for a 4-room plow driver and get, like, 3 plows out of plow driver. Because I don't think there's a good enough reason for me to build a 5th room, but we'll see. You don't hate the 3 stone for the quick reno? Yeah, I agree. Although RSF is getting taken every round this game, it's possible I just get 4 stone next round, which is also kind of crazy, but... ProHealth also builds stables because ProHealth's going to get the sheep stack. Teal does just have to take 3 food, but Teal is growing here at least. So that part will work for them. And Teal has the food for farm store. Okay, yeah, I mean, Teal's... I guess this is still working. Teal's long-term food still seems like an issue without any clay, but... I will just be growing rammed clay. I don't really want to play clay deposit, so we'll grow rammed clay. I'll try to get 4 stone, but if I don't get 4 stone, I might just build hearth. No, I probably just day labor, actually. Day labor, start putting some food on future rounds again. Yeah, actually, that looks pretty good. Not that I'm going to need to day labor much this game, but probably once or twice more. You don't know that I ever need a hearth. I definitely am going to need a hearth for the late game. Or I'm going to have to take way more day labor actions during the mid game than I probably want to. I could try to reno, though, I guess. Try to, like, reno. Maybe I should be trying to renovate to a cookery. That might be cleaner. Yeah, it might be that I'm supposed to do that, but we'll see. Lettuce patch rocky terrain combos? Wait, what? Oh, wow. Each time you plow a field, tile, or card. This is not plowing a field. This is playing a field, but apparently it works. Crazy. The more you learn. Reno fireplace is cleaner? Yeah, I think so. You wouldn't hearth? Yeah, I agree. You think between Reno and fences, you may want that. Yeah, Teal probably assumed they could get 4 clay stage 3. Your secret ram clay seems to hurt them. I don't know. 4 stone's pretty good here. Completely agreed. 4 stone's easy. I'm slamming it. Not even questioning it. I mean, I will need 2 read later, but yeah. You think plow driver's back in the game? For sure, I agree. 4 stone's incredible. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Plow driver's definitely back in the game. Definitely back in the game. How am I feeding next turn, by the way, though? This is what's awkward. Day labor doesn't feed me next turn. So this is where life actually gets a little awkward for me. Yeah, see, this is the part I don't like. I think I have to take 4 stone anyhow, but this is not fully fed. Prohel's not taking the sheep. Wait, what? Prohel, alert, alert. You're gonna let purple have 5 sheep? Prohel's letting purple have 5 sheep? Why? Prohel, why? I mean, wood carrier's good, but what? You built stables, buddy. I mean, you have an animal teacher, so I guess you don't care? Yeah, maybe you just don't care. Oh, yeah, you don't care. Okay. Prohel undoes. Still is gonna do this action. I mean, it looks like Prohel's trying to set up breeding cows, so Prohel's gonna grow and plant another Ock next turn, and they're getting all this scales food at least because they keep setting up scales, which I guess is the reason they're playing an Ock here because it keeps scales alive because they're gonna play a miner on growth. But wow, purple getting that. Purple getting that is pretty crazy. Teal's gonna build another room here and grow. How is Teal gonna feed? If Teal grows here, is Teal honestly feeding? This looks crazy. I mean, I guess they have a ton of actions to try to figure out food. Yeah, I guess they can stone oven. Teal can set up to stone oven is probably the plan. I would really like Reed to be able to renovate next round. I just don't actually know how I'm feeding unless I just eat a pig and I'm not breeding pigs. It could be that I'm not breeding pigs. Maybe it's Reed, Reno Fireplace, Day Labor, eat a pig, don't breed them. It's a little bit sad, but it does a lot of what I want. Like a lot of what I want. Yeah, that might be the play. Well, I have slight news about Teal clay ovening. Like, Teal clay ovening is fine and all, but that assumes they get clay, which, like, I guess they could just open 4 clay, but ugh, the 2 reed goes. God damn it. Why are you purple? Why? Yeah, don't take 2 reed. Take 3 wood. Don't give 6 wood to Teal. Yeah, there you go. What are you doing with reed? You're gonna build a clay room? Oh my god, stop undoing. I'm so red thumbing this player. I can't stand playing with them. Oh my god, don't take the reed. No. God damn it. Alright, family-friendly home still looks really oppressive here for Teal in many ways. Teal's food, at least, I mean, they've had to take some bad food actions, but god, Rec Carpenter family-friendly home still is very good. Agrarian fences for Prohel, it's fine, whatever. Teal gets 6 wood as a gift. Amazing. I probably am going RSF, Reno, Day Labor, and then I can breed the pigs. Okay, wow, yeah, purple's just gonna build a clay room. I'm gonna let them jump me in the growth queue, like whatever, that's fine. RSF, Reno, and Day Labor look good. I mean, this assumes I get Day Labor, which I guess is not 100% guaranteed here. Oh wow, it also assumes I get Reno, which of course I'm not. Great. Reno well does make sense. Ugh, gross. Just effing gross. I guess maybe it is Day Labor now. It might be Day Labor now in order to Day Labor and SP to grow. I don't really want to SP Nada, grow Nada. Yeah, 3 wood goes here. I was going to say I need 3 wood now, but ugh, maybe I was supposed to open 3 wood. Oh, what a gross game. What a gross game with the way this is breaking. Purple just going for rooms here is so lame. It's late growth, buddy. I mean, I guess you're going to grow in 10, but I probably am just going to SP Nada, grow Nada at this point. I mean, I can also play... No, I can't play Clay Deposit anymore. Yeah, the problem is I can't play these cards. Carpenter. You're honestly playing Carpenter because you're gonna double build? What's this? Yeah, upscale costs 3 wood, but I would really like that. Nice of purple to give teal a billion wood after all these wood rooms. Yes, I'm very annoyed at purple taking 2 reed and setting up rooms instead of contesting wood. It's absolutely ludicrous. Don't worry, he'll just undo his move. I'm hoping that he's not going to build is my new... Although, teal also needs to grow again. Yeah, god, yeah, teal actually needs to SP to grow. Teal has an open room, too. Ugh, what a trash position. Yeah. Single reed? Teal's just going to build another room to grow? What in the hell is single reed? What is that? For real, what is that? Is that another room? Is that a BMW? Single reed has to be a room, which is horrible. I don't... How is purple... How is teal feeding with 1 action left, by the way? I took day labor. You don't need to grow to 5 that badly? I agree. What I don't even understand how they're feeding. Wow, okay. So the upshot is purple did not build a room. Purple is desperately going to set up double build. Do I get to grow next round? Teal is fed with 1 more food. They eat a raw grain. I guess they're eating a raw grain or they're taking 2 food here, yeah. I guess I manually plow, or is this veg time? Manually plow or veg? I guess I manually plow. Nobody's revealed any plow outs yet. Despite the draft seeming like there was going to be some coming, I've not seen a single sign there is any. So I probably should plow. You don't hate SP just for 3 wood. The problem is it's SP nothing, right? I agree that growing with lifestyle is very much better than the alternatives. God, maybe that is correct, Sid. Maybe it is just SP nada. SP nada for 3 wood so that I can, yeah, grow with reno, or, yeah, grow with upscale. It was pretty damn good. Look at the table. Wood is just so crazy. It is. Wood is absolutely ludicrous, especially if this room is getting built, which I'm, like, assuming this room is getting built. I guess to be fair, well, yeah, I don't know. I genuinely don't know. Espinata feels gross, but doesn't allow growth teal as a build. I cannot explain the 1 reed move. Teal's taking 2 food and they're just gonna build another room here, yeah? Like, again, sometimes you can make reads. Like, teal is rated at 542. Like, they have a plan. They took single read. Like, the build room is pretty telegraphed. You think SP to grow upscale is comparable to manual plow? It's definitely better. This line is better. This is just definitely better. Yeah, like this is correct. This is working pretty well for me. Like, the food is still incredible here. Teal has grown incredibly rapidly, which kudos to them. But Teal has no food engine for their family still. Like, they've taken 3 food bottom feeding, 2 food bottom feeding. Like, they're gonna have to keep eking food. They have no retail dealer left. Like, they have no grain engine as far as I can tell. Like, I don't know what they're doing. This must be baseboards, I guess. I don't know. I mean, even clay is going to be pretty contested, Gonzo. Although I guess these people are already in clay rooms. Yeah, I guess clay is not that contested. So I'm going to be taking 3 clay, though. Like, the game is just very resource tight, for sure. The wood is definitely wrecked. Multiple stables got built, too, which has also contributed to the wood crisis. But I do generally like my position here, because I'm going to get the grow. The fact that purple didn't push the grow is really handy for me. I also have breeding animals for food, which is like very good because the food at this table is still pretty scuffed. I mean, it's revised, so it's not that scuffed of food, but like there's definitely some messiness with food also, which I welcome. Um, Getting a reedstone food here just so that I can renovate is okay. What else do I want? My last action being 3 clay is solid. Teal SPs. What is this? Hod. Okay, Hod is very good for teal. That is a genuinely very helpful clay out for them. I forgot about the Hod in the draft. That's sad. Hod having teal having the Hod is unfortunate. Purple takes 2 wood instead of taking reedstone. Interesting. I do want reedstone so I can renovate next round, but do I just want 3 clay? I guess there's not as much pressure on 3 clay anymore. Teal's almost certainly just stone ovening, is my guess. I'm gonna reno upscale. Maybe I do want 3 clay because it lets me renovate to the other hearth next round. Maybe I should just take the RSF though. There's a lot of people that still kind of like RSF. I am growing upscale. I'm saying next round I'm renovating. Next round I'm trying to renovate to stone with a cooking improvement. But I think I take RSF here and assume I get 4 clay next round. I think the goal... Oh, I'm getting clay. Duh, I'm getting clay from the Reno. Oh, God. I'm getting clay from the Reno card. I see the point. Yes, yes, yes. This is definitely correct then. RSF is clearly right. Upscale gives me a bunch more clay, so then I can renovate to a fireplace or a hearth. And I can play Plow Driver next round for 3 fields. Okay. That's pretty sweet. Nobody can grow. Yep. Okay. This is good. What am I going to do with 4 extra stone? No clue. Do I eventually... No, I'm not going to donk a stone oven because teal's going to beat me to stone oven. I'm going to just have a lot of stone in hand and no clear use for it, but that's... whatever. It does mean that the 4 stone grab I took is apparently sad. 4 stone room? Maybe. It might be that I'm stone rooming someday, honestly. I can't promise anything. Stone Room's probably the answer. I mean, Stone Room's really awkward. Well, I guess it's 2 read plus a stone action plus build plus grow. Like, that's quite a few actions, but it might be correct because maybe I don't have enough other things to be doing. It's conceivable that I don't have enough other things to be doing, but if they let me wood pressure, I wind up getting a joinery. Maybe. I genuinely don't know what it's going to be yet. Teal goes fencing. Please take the pigs. Purple. Purple take pigs. Oh, teal is hoping for 2 cows? No, purple's going to build 2 room. Build a room. Purple, what are you doing? This is so bad. This is just unimaginably dumb. I'm going to grow. Alright, whatever. Alright, upscale lifestyle. Get a bunch of beautiful clay. You definitely renovate. Alright, confirmed. Fence 4. Red really wants that cow. Yeah, Prohel definitely wants that cow. Prohel takes a single grain with Panbaker. What the fudge is happening in this game? If teal doesn't open major next round, can I just block major? Maybe. I could just block major potentially, yeah. I don't know what's happening. Alright, Prohel is activating Panbaker here. I don't... Just donk the stone oven? I will donk the stone oven for sure if teal doesn't take it this round. I'm still assuming teal is just building a stone oven here. I guess teal's also gonna... Oh, Agrarian Fences Panbaker. Oh, that's cute. I missed that. That's cute. Okay, I don't know that it's good, but it was cute. Plow Maker from purple. Okay, this is one answer for why there were so many plows. But purple, why did you not take the 2 pigs? Oh my god, you let teal... Sometimes it's very annoying playing with mediocre opponents. Like, what the fudge? Also, it looks like Teal is gonna open. I was gonna say Teal. I was gonna say I thought Teal was gonna take a read and open Reno Stone Oven, which is gonna be very annoying. Wow, they're just going Hearth actually. So my Hearth is gone. And they're just gonna get to open 2 cows. Yeah, that's incredibly gross. That's so effing gross. Sigh. I can't police the entire table. I can't help that purple is playing like an effing. Wait, they're not taking the cows? I mean, wood is very important, but what? This 6th room still seems very unnecessary. It is. I don't. What is? What's happening? I'm gonna reno stone oven. I'm just gonna reno stone oven, and well, can I afford reno stone oven? I can just major minor stone oven and then reno fireplace. Yes. Can anybody reno? No, nobody can reno. Okay, well, I get a stone oven, which is a good answer for how I get a bunch of extra points that I wasn't gonna get. And I will still reno a fireplace quite happily, because they cannot get taken away from me. Yeah, it cannot get taken away from me. And then I play plow driver and I day labor. That seems like an acceptable round to me. This puts a lot of extra pressure on Teal then too. Well, that assumes Prohal takes the sheep, which they probably don't. Yeah, damn it. I mean, Teal's still gonna get the sheep here. Still gonna at least survive. Not sure they're gonna breed animals, but could really have clamped Teal incredibly powerfully there if Prohal would take the sheep instead of plowing. I understand why Prohal wants to plow. Prohal doesn't really have actions, but on some level, I don't know. I feel like you have to be punishing the player that's doing. Oh wait, they can't even breed because of milking place. Wait a sec. This milking place prevents their breeding anyhow. I don't. We're playing the lootness still? What are we doing, purple? I can't even with these players. I just can't. Any of it. I need 4 clay. Wait a sec. I could take 4 clay, then reno, then... No, I can't plow driver then. Yeah, that milking place is looking cute. Yeah, this Ock really messes with me. I don't really want to pay 2 food for an Ock here. But I'm supposed to anyhow. I don't know that I'm supposed to, actually. If I day labor, and no, I can play 2. I can afford 2 food Ock, assuming I get day labor, which. How is Prohel feeding, by the way? How did Prohel not take the goddamn sheep? I don't know that if I'm allowed to be annoyed at purple and Prohel, but I am kind of annoyed at them. I feel like I'm fighting Teal with no help. And maybe that's not how it is, but you guess Teal's fencing again? I agree, Teal probably is going to just fence again. I think I'm supposed to just play plow driver and assume I get day labor? Or do I just day labor and then assume I get plow driver? I will assume I get plow driver back, and I'm still definitely getting reno. Okay, I'll just get a day labor then. That should nicely solve our food, but Teal had the easiest win possible. They're throwing a bunch. Yeah, that part's true. Prohal hooked me up. Prohal did help me at one point, I agree. Teal's helping me a lot with fighting him. I agree with that. Teal's helping me a lot, to be fair. But, wow, purple is doing some dubious shit. Also. Teal does take a bunch of clay. Okay, that does make sense. Teal needs 1 more clay grab to get their full reno in. Trellis. Ooh, trellis is good. Teal needed the family because they don't like efficiency. Yeah, there's a bit of that going on. Alright, we play plow driver. Although, wait a sec. How can I afford this plow driver? Wait a sec. I also miscounted food. I'm not getting a hearth. I still can't plow drive. Ugh, that's gross. Yeah, this 1 extra food's really annoying. Why we played lootness to buy a veggie? I guess that's okay. And get some wood. Fair enough. I don't know. Whatever. I'll just renovate. Do I just eat the pigs and not breed them? That feels not good. Oh, I could still build a clay oven too if I'm willing to throw away more fence pieces. I'm pretty much not willing to throw away more fence pieces, but 5 family is fine, but the 6 room is very suspicious. 5 wood and 2 reed is so good for them. 2 pigs grabbed away, and the 5 clay for the rhino, and 1 stone grabbed away from second rhino. Yes, I agree. I agree that the 6 room from teal is just really bad, but they're probably still just winning. I think I have to just play plow driver here and not breed pigs. It's like pretty huge still for me. Yeah, I think it's fine. I'm supposed to traveling players over day labor. Wow, that's a choice. That feels also just definitely wrong. But maybe it's not. I think regardless I have to suck it up and play plow driver right now. It's more food since it lets me breed 2 boar. I don't think that's true, right? I mean, okay, so if I traveling players, I get 1 extra food right now, and I get to breed boar, which is 2 extra food. So it's 3 extra food over day labor. But day labor comes with 1, 2, 3, 4, and an extra pig. Day labor's still better, actually. Same food, better tempo. How's it actually 7 food? I don't think that doesn't work. That math does not work. There was 3 food. I'm not breeding boar. I agree. But breeding boar only gets me 2 food, Sid. A boar is 2 food. I definitely was supposed to day labor. It's still better. I'm probably not breeding boar. Why am I not breeding boar in 13? I have a boar on 12. Did you miss that? I think that changes things significantly. Oh, okay, yeah, you missed that. Okay, then yeah. Yeah, I do have the boar in 12 already. So that's okay. Then yes, then we're caught up. Then I agree. I mean, I might even be day laboring next round, or this round, which is a little sad. But day labor is still 6 food action for me as my 4th family member, and that might be worth it. But we'll see. I, like everybody else, need wood, and Pro Hell unfortunately start playered, so I'm probably not getting wood or clay. So my fences are very delayed, which is unfortunate because there's also no clay in the game. So I actually really don't know what my actions are here. Well, that assumes somebody plows, though. I guess somebody's gonna plow, so I should get one of the wood piles, unless I'm gonna get handed plow, which maybe I get handed plow. Yeah, it's possible I get handed plow actually, which is a bit gross. All right, Prohel understandably takes the plow. So Prohel did not breed cows, so Prohel looks like they really messed up at some point. Teal does just get 4 more wood, which is disgusting. Teal does have a Reno. Teal's pretty set to double Reno still. I mean, I guess Teal's food still sucks, though, because they didn't breed. And I do get 3 wood. Okay, that's a good break. I mean, my fences are going to be slow, but I should get some clay next round. Okay, this might still work out a little bit. My crops are going to kind of suck still, too, so there's a lot of issues. Do I ever SP to grow? That's an interesting decision. Teal's going to get clay oven? Ew, that's true. Their food's weak. I mean, they're still eating grain that they don't have a grain source for, so that part's good. I mean, Teal's losing actions to that, which is nice. Scores are going to be pretty bad, which is unfortunate, because I feel like my game could have been quite good, but I needed just a little help. Maybe I've been a little too blocky, too? I'm not sure if that's true. Whatever. Teal is just going to run out here, lock up the clay oven. Wait, they don't have enough clay for clay oven. They're going to lock up pottery with Hod. Okay. It's fair enough. Yeah, they had 6 rooms. They had 6 rooms. Do I block 4 stone? No. I could go 4 stone into 3 reed. Wait a sec. Am I actually building a stone room? Is that ever correct of my time here? Do I get 3 reed if I try that? It's not guaranteed that I get 3 reed, in which case I get pretty punished. Also, frickin' purple is building a room and growing still. But also, do I genuinely have enough good things to be doing here? 4 stone and hoping the reed comes back is, like, conceivably correct. Gonzo, the thing is, nobody has actions to pursue BMW. Like, I guess Teal has the actions to pursue BMW, and they could just give up on the ran out. Yeah, okay, it probably is too hopeful. I don't think Prohel want. Well, Prohel might. Nah, what does Prohel even want with their actions? I have no idea what Prohel's even up to anymore, to be honest. Maybe I should figure that out, but Prohel's game looks very adrift. I have 3 more actions. I could just take veg and grain, I guess. Yeah, maybe it's right just to take veg grain. Veg grain day labor. That could be the answer. Yeah, actually I don't mind that too much. It does look like Prohel's gonna stay start. Wow, Prohel is also feeding. Prohel's gonna feed purple. This loot nest apparently is good. What does my passing miner do? If I have 2 planted fields, I get 2 food and a grain, which I can sow immediately, so it's actually kind of useful. If I get a veg and a grain and I actually plant them, I can then play fern seeds. That gives me some food and a grain, which I immediately sow, which is some points. It's not great, but Pro Health, the classic Gonzo 1 food traveling maneuver. I mean, I get that it gives him a wood, and I guess he needs the grain, but wow, Pro Health's game, yeah, seems pretty off when that happens. Teal takes the cow, that's fine. I wish there was anything useful for me to start player with here. Because purple's just gonna build and grow, and Prohel's gonna stay start. I probably am supposed to SP into like plow sow if I get the grain here. I might be right to just SP nada for plow sow or grow even. I am gonna take this manual grain. And then I'm gonna think about this and pee quick. Alright. You're wondering if pass eat raw grain was better than the milking place. It's honestly pretty close. You don't think either option was forced. Yeah, look, Teal had some other things they could have done much earlier in the game. Teal should be winning this game by like way more than they probably are. I do think ultimately Teal is winning this game. I think I'm too far behind also, but I'm not sure. It's not. It's also not like Teal's in such a nice place here with Pro Health starting, and like I have to SP Nada in order to take Plow So, which might be correct. But I also really just want a day labor here because my food is, despite me claiming that it's all dandy, it really is not all dandy. I kind of like have to day labor here actually. Yeah, I kind of just really need this 6 food action to force myself through the end of the game. So I really can't start here, which is a pretty big bummer. It probably means Pro Hell's gonna grow and Teal's just gonna get Plow So. I should just be getting 4 clay at least. Fences is all, like, fence pressure is also becoming a real thing. Like, I could get fence blocked this game. Because there's not a lot of time to fence. Although freaking Prohel can fence on So Bake and Purple can fence on Pig, so there's not that much fence pressure, I guess. I'm just going to day labor. I think I have to. You think Plauso's a lot better for me in 14? I'm not sure that's true, because the problem is, what crops am I going to have? Well, maybe I have crops in 14. Like, that would be a dream, but maybe I do. I sow once. I see. You think I'm gonna sow and then I open? Okay, that does sound very good. I get it. If I get So Bake next round, or just take a veg, yeah, okay. I mean, we'll see if we'll see. I mean, next round plow sowing does seem right. Teal wisely finishes fencing. It's very correct. Very good of them. Teal maybe doesn't take plow sow just on the off chance that they don't finish their plows. I don't know how likely that is. I'm assuming Prohel takes family growth here, but Plow Driver at least putting in work for us, which we knew. We knew Plow Driver was putting in work. Prohel opens 3 wood. Doesn't take any of the premier actions. That's also a choice. I guess I get grow? Do I even take grow, or do I just take 4 wood and say if Prohel's not growing first action, they're not growing second action either? And I just last action grow? Wood's kind of a premier action, Gonzo, but I don't know. Grow is 3 points and an action back? I don't know. 3 wood's good, but I don't think Prohel passes grow if I pass it up, but I do need to be able to fence. I don't understand Prohel passing up grow in the first place, but I agree that I really need to be able to fence, so I'm just gonna make sure that I can fence. And Prohel still has not grown, so, you know. Prediction? Something? Teal probably does SP for Plauso here, actually. It's gonna be a little annoying. It looks correct, though. Seems likely that somebody's getting mostly fence blocked. I don't think somebody's getting fence blocked this game. The more I think about it, like, this guy has trellis, and Prohel can fence on grain utilization, so, like, I don't know how much fence blocking is actually going to happen. Sowing is getting blocked. I'm not getting sowed this round, which I should have known about. You didn't see the trellis. Gotcha. Yeah, there's a trellis in the game, so, like, I think I'm clear. 4 food plus a grain, presumably, for purple. Purple not starting, also kind of annoying. I'm supposed to SP Nada? I'm supposed to just grow now? I'm probably supposed to just grow now. Growing is still good. Although SP Nada for Plauso is still pretty good, too. Yeah, you know what? I think SP Nada looks pretty useful, and maybe it lets me win still? Maybe? I mean, Teals definitely have a Reno left, but Teal has a lot of other problems still with their food. Like, I don't know how Teal's feeding through the end game here. And Teal gets plow blocked if I do this, because Prohel probably opens plow? Especially if I get... If Prohel doesn't grow this round, Prohel gets to grow last action next round? You don't think SP could be worth it over grow? See, I'm continuing to predict that I get grow back, but I guess Prohel will finally grow, but is that true? I'm very unconvinced that Prohel has shown any inclination to grow, but I guess what else is Prohel doing here? Taking a veg? The only reason that I think Prohel might not grow is because it lets him breed both animal types, and if Prohel continues to not grow, he gets last action grow next round. I'm just going to SP. Maybe, this also feels like the only way I win, because otherwise Teal should just SP Nada. Also, do I play a Forest Plow? No, I don't play a Forest Plow. Do I play a Clay Deposit? No, I just SP Nada. It's fine. Okay. You can see SP here. Yeah, and Prohel continues to just not grow, so it works out just fine. Prohel goes Clay Oven, actually. Okay, cool. Well, that worked out? It does. Doesn't red just eat a raw grain and a sheep? I don't know. Prohel's been pretty clear they're not growing. That's what I felt. But big fan of being SP into 14. It gives a lot of flexibility. Yeah, it's pretty big here. You don't get why he skipped grow? I don't think he's supposed to either. But whatever. I will grow and I will fence. Am I just fencing or am I putting fences off for the next round? No, putting fencing off for the next round's wild. Oh, wait, maybe it's not wild. Maybe it's not wild. Let's just look here for a sec. Do I grab 3 clay first? Well, I'm growing. I'm definitely growing. To be clear, I did want to grow. I just thought I could greed it out, and I do think I can greed it out. Purple cannot fence block me. Teal could fence block me if they took wood. Prohel can only fence block due to weird nonsense. No, yeah, they can't actually take fences on me. Okay, I'm going to grow, and we'll see what other people do. But I think I'm allowed to take something and then fence. You mean before fencing, not before growing? Yes, I believe that I can take resources before fencing, but it's a little tricky because teal could take 2. Oh, teal can also buy a wood in the harvest. No, I'm just going to fence. Teal can buy a wood in the harvest. So also I can't even take 3 clay now. Okay, it's fine. But teal could fence block me. Not convinced they're going to, but I don't want to mess with it. Do not mess with it. Fence 11 is pretty lovely anyhow. No need to get fancy. This opens up a lot of other point plays for me. I'm going to do it like this. Should I fence the stables? I don't know that it matters. Nah, it all seems fine. All seems fine. Okay. It'd be terrible for teal to fence block me, but better not to risk it. I'm not sure that's true. Yeah, I think the fence block. I would. That's what I was about to say for Sid. Like, I think fence blocking makes a lot of sense. I think fence blocking just like guarantees let teal win. Teal needs a wood for luxurious. Yeah. Look, even then, teal doesn't need luxurious hostile to beat me if they fence block me. So, like, I can't really risk a fence block here. It's very clear that it's worth it. Chimney sweep. That's a pretty good chimney sweep actually. It gets them the reno and it's gonna get them a couple bonus points. It's a good chimney sweep. Purple's food also sucks. Purple has made a big family and not getting crops in the ground. Also, like, this is why you start player. Like, Purple not start playing in the late game for Plow Sow when they have freaking Plowmaker and crops is ludicrous. Like, I mean, I guess Purple's gonna get Sow Bake next round at least. Oh, and they have Pan Baker. Okay, although they're baking grain in a cooking hearth. Oh my god, that's how they're feeding. Sure. Okay, so many undos. Yeah, I'm definitely red thumbing them. I can't handle the number of undos Purple does. But anyhow, this game looks like I'm gonna just take a pretty easy second, and Teal's gonna get a pretty easy win. Is what I think is happening. I don't even know that anybody's breaking mid 40s though. It's just like it was really a gross game in a lot of ways. People got in each other's way a lot too, I guess, but pro hell. There's a whole round left, buddy. Yeah, your game did suck, but wait. Come back in 10 minutes. There's a whole nother round. I don't care. I don't care, pro hell. Get out of here. Come back in 5 minutes when you're done. Thanks. Okay. I agree, Gonzo. Like, I'm about to make it like I'm about to say how much I want Prohel to plow block Teal, right? Like that's what I want. Is that telegraphed? I don't like to be honest, Prohel's round is not telegraphed to me. I wish it was. I wish I knew what he was doing, but I can only make guesses because I can't freaking tell. I'm hoping that it's plow. I don't even know what I'm hoping. Plow, grow. I don't know what else. Yeah, exactly. Like it's not. It's definitely not obvious at all. You bet it's cow over plow. It could be cow over plow, but gosh, if it's cow over plow, I'm pretty annoyed. I'm assuming he has an Ock left, although I guess he just said that it's without playing cards, but I'm not supposed to know that. Yeah, like to be fair, it should be plow over cow. Cow is lame. Plow blocks Teal from significant points, and Teal doesn't have that many points. Pro Hell can also just manufacture a cow. You have an animal teacher. You can play any card and get a cow. You don't need a first action the freaking cow. Now, to be fair, I will probably second action the cow if it comes to that. So, I mean, we'll see what happens, but okay. Luckily, my food, while not great, is okay. I'm not fully fed here either, though, admittedly. Did not really get enough actions going, but Fern Seeds, this Fern Seeds is also very playable, at least, off of the Plow Sow, which is part of why I prioritize Plow Sow. This Fern Seeds becomes actually playable off of this. And the Fern Seeds at least does some food and some points, which is a pretty good miner for us. Prohal is going to go for the Plow. Beautiful. The only thing for sure is grow last action. The other two could be anything. I agree. Not just playable, it's a 2-point action. It's like a 2.2 food action, which is like a 3-point action. Wow, Teal does just open the cow. Okay, I don't get a cow. I will first action a sheep, because I don't have many points left. Purple takes wood. That's fine. That probably means I'm probably not getting fences, because purple's not going to get a boar back. Teal's going to take the boar. Teal's just won this game by a lot, and I should be happy just eking past 40. Yeah, that's really where the game's at. I'm going to have to be happy just sneaking a 40. Prohal takes a veg. Okay, that's another 2-point action. That makes sense. And then, yeah, Prohal will grow. Okay. 2-point Fern Seed is good. Yeah, I agree. It's quite good. Teal does unfortunately get the pig. How much food is Teal eating here, though, still? This is the good news. The good news is that Teal's eating a lot. The bad news, Teal is probably renovating to a luxurious hostel, and so still winning, but not by that much. This has been a real gross rock fight of a game where everybody got in each other's way a lot more. Purple so bakes, but has very few crops left to so bake after apparently eating them all last harvest. What do I have left to do? I have a Fern Seeds action, but I guess I should try 3 wood in defense. Plow veg grow, not... Yeah, no, it's all good, everybody. But, yeah, there's no veg I can take. I do need to be able to play Fern Seeds, but that's happening. How am I feeding, I guess, is the follow-up question. I'm eating 2 pigs, or I just eat 3 pigs? Gross. I guess I'm eating 3 pigs plus Fern Seeds. So I'm also eating a point, so I'm at 36. Fern Seeds take me to 38. And I don't have a lot of other things I can do for points. Yeah, okay, I think it is 3 wood and hope for fences. I mean, purple can rend fence, actually, probably. So I probably do get away with 3 wood and defense. 3 wood, fence, and Fern Seeds? I think that works. Probably. Alright, Prohel does grow. I assume he'll be here any second, which is fine. I'm fine with it now. I agree that you can come in now, but... Anyhow, it looks like, yeah, I'm just going to get second here, which is still a little sad. I feel like I should be able to beat Teal, but Teal's hand was good, and Teal got some assists with turn order and starts that I didn't. Hey, Prohel, thanks. Nice game. I mean by nice game, it was a rough game for a lot of us, but wood was better than veg, you think? Never mind. Yeah, no, that's not true. Teal does fence block. Wow. Teal does go for the fence block, so does not have luxurious hostile? Wait a sec, what? Does Teal seriously not have a luxurious hostile and now can't Reno joinery? What the heck? I mean, I build a stable, I guess. Can anybody build stables at this point? Oh, purple didn't play chimney sweep yet. Duh, okay. Now purple has a chimney sweep. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So you thought he was Renault BMW? Yeah, I guess he is. I guess this is Renault BMW. Sorry, you're right. Okay. Yeah, this is still Renault BMW, so it doesn't matter. I'm still lost. I'm still surprised by the fences, but yeah, I guess generally has no other points. Okay. Do I ever get blocked from fern seeds here? Seems really unlikely. Although I really need fern seeds, and I also am not getting stable blocked. Purple could stable block me, but if that happens, whatever. Let's just get the fern seeds out. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna get a big fat 39, I think, which is pretty gross. It's like really gross. I mean, it is a double late growth game, so there's that. And nobody's scoring particularly well, but ugh, just gross. Just incredibly gross. Somebody should have been able to score better, and it's probably both Teal and I, but I needed a little help and or to do one or two things different. Teal definitely did some really dubious things and is getting away with them here, which is really unfortunate. Teal should have way more than 41. I mean, Teal should have way more than 41 for sure. The wood pressure killed you with that few actions. Yeah, in hindsight, your stables look pretty wrong. You were not expecting the wood pressure. I mean, I wasn't expecting Teal to build a sixth wood room, so I don't blame you. Um, Teal building that wood room was pretty wild. Teal just takes 2 clay as a 1 point action. Okay. How is Teal feeding here, actually? Am I beating Teal? Wait a sec. Have I beat Teal? Wait a sec. Uh, Teal needs 7 food, eats a cow. Oh, they eat a reed. Wait, they eat a reed. They eat a reed, and they eat a... So they eat a reed, they eat a clay, they're buying a veg off farm store. Okay, no, the teal still has this one by a good chunk, but they're still eating it. They're eating... Well, they're not eating any points, because they eat the cow. They eat the cow, the reed, and the clay, so they eat only 1 point, takes them to 41. And then they get a veg. So they're 43. They still won by a good amount, but... your wood carrier coming out instead of 5 sheep was a mistake. Yeah, that was very surprising. You letting purple have 5 sheep was very surprising at that stage in the game to me. I understand that you wanted to greed more scales, but greeding more scales at that point is just unnecessary. You built stables, and then your food tempo was a mess for quite a while after that. So that was definitely a pretty big. I definitely yelled at that. I was very surprised. Um, I was very annoyed when purple took 2 reed instead of taking 3 wood to block 6 wood from teal. That was very annoying. Purple going for reed and building more rooms because a carpenter is just like, it's so bad, and you can just see it's so bad. If purple doesn't have 10 food, they also just have like, purple's super dead if you take that food, but you had breeding sheep anyway. Yeah, I know that. You would never get the well if you do that. You were able to run a well because of the extra wood and clay. I see. Well, how much did run a well actually help you win? I mean, there was a bunch of stone, and so you wanted the well. I grant. You stopped me from getting the well, or you stopped somebody from getting the well, so like fair. But also, how much does 10 sheep, or how much does 10 food accelerate your game though? Like, I guess the well comes with trickles of food that was important for you. I don't know. It's hard. You were in a tough spot. Everybody was in a tough spot kicking each other, but anyhow. You needed to block teal from growing in 7. I don't know that that's true. I don't think teal was going to grow in 7. So Oh, but you need to take the wood. Sorry, yes, yes. Sorry, you and I were on joint slow down teal patrol early in the game, so I appreciate that. I definitely appreciated when you and I both took 3 wood, 3 wood. Um, I was very hopeful because at that point it felt like both you and I were competing, but teal's gonna end with like one of everything. Yeah, it's cute. I mean, teal does end with 43, so kudos to them. Well done. I lose some elo. It's basically what I expected at this point. Um, yeah, I took a while to think that game too, which is expected. But yeah, what an annoying game. Just gross. Yeah, teal just wins this game through sheer action advantage and through just getting way too much wood. Just way too much wood. Teal fed very inefficiently, but I also wound up not feeding quite as efficiently as I wanted. I mean, ultimately, I mean, to be fair, like, Teal has freaking family-friendly home Rec Carpenter in a double late growth game, so, like, you do have a huge leeway for doing things incorrectly. Um, Almost certainly should score quite a bit more than what they did, but I also think I should probably score a little more here, but late growth is really unfortunate for the Wooden Hut Extender, and my hand is really just says early grow. Wooden Hut Extender, Trap Builder, Stew. I just want actions. If I get actions, I can feed super efficiently, and then I can do stuff with those actions. Um, and just yeah, not being able to grow rapidly was just the big difference here. So teal had a huge edge with the growth flips, so it happens. Early growth in my hand should win. I agree. That's what I just got to, Gonzo. Totally agreed. You think everything up until his sixth room? I don't think everything up to his sixth room was fine. To be clear, Philip, I still think Farm Store is mildly dubious, but it did kind of work, so I'll let the Farm Store survive. But the milking place, very dubious. Not just setting up an earlier oven or just not setting up earlier food. Teal really sketched their game by not worried about the earlier food, but early growth would have given me the win for sure. Yeah. It was fun. Yeah, yeah. Thanks for the game, Pro Help. Purple going for this many rooms so late was really annoying. This loot nest was actually surprisingly annoying for me since it cost me an extra food, which cost me the breeding pigs. But I guess that loot nest did do work for them, so whatever. Purple not wanting to start player in the late game was also sad. Purple starting to put teal last and handing me second for free would have been very handy. But purple did not want to do that. They just wanted to build rooms and grow, which fine, but ugh. You were afraid of luxurious hostel? That was not a possibility. I mean, whatever. Yeah, they first picked family friendly home and your opening pack didn't have it. Yeah, until they revealed. Well, actually, I don't know that. See, I don't know that they ever revealed their second pick minor. So, like, it's hard. From my vantage point, the sixth room seemed to speak strongly of luxurious hostel. Because otherwise, why are you building a sixth room? Like, the sixth room was just hilariously greedy. They definitely should have been punished for that sixth room. But, you know, they got away with it because they got handed 6 wood that they probably weren't supposed to. And they just eked out feeding that I'm also not sure that they were supposed to. You did not take 3 sheep away from them at a point where I also thought you might decide to. And you didn't, which is fine. What a crazy pack. Retail dealer, storehouse keeper, and building expert. all the stuff. Did I see their second pick minor though? Like, do I know? Was I supposed to know that they didn't have a thing? No. See, I never saw their second pick minor, so it was very hard for me to know what was going on. Also, yeah, so I got a plow driver because people wanted Rec Carpenter and Chimney Sweep. I guess I can accept that. I would take plow driver over Chimney Sweep personally. Um, I think Purple's game would have been pretty good if they had Plow Driver, actually. Purple could have just gone for a 3-room game with Plow Driver, but I guess they had Plow Maker, so they didn't want it. Fair enough. And Pro Health first picked... what did you first pick? You didn't first pick Animal Teacher. Oh, Wood Carrier, duh. You first picked Wood Carrier, of course. Duh. Okay. Anyhow, the 6-room anti-synergy with the gift basket. Yeah, it was very weird. Hey, Gordon. Welcome. We weren't scared of it. It just seemed really possible at the 6th room. Yeah, the 6 room from Teal really suggested luxurious hostel vibes, but it makes the 6 room even worse since they could have just grown gift basket. Yeah, I agree. You wanted the plow driver, but you took wood carrier. Yeah, you kind of have to take wood carrier. Wood carrier is just really strong, but plow driver is also very good. Especially, I mean, plow driver in these late growth games is very, very good. But, um, yeah. Anyhow, yeah, Gonzo. No way they have a gift basket in hand. This 6th room is just incredibly. It's just really bad, but wood carrier is the best Akka of the draft. I agree. Gift basket was pretty dead with the early grain and farm store, though. What? Not a, completely disagreed. Gift basket still says pay a reed for a point and a veg. Like that's that even on 5 rooms. That's a really good minor. A point and a veg for a reed. Like who cares that you can farm store veg? Like get more free veg. Like you're not getting that many free veg. It's a point? Yes, gift basket has a point on it even. Gift basket good. Now, I will grant the reason they don't play gift basket is because they only played 2 ox. They did go with the 2 ox game plan. They never played a 3rd ox, so I guess that part of gift basket is a problem. So this hod is also very good, by the way. Very good hod. Oh, yeah, nicely done, Teal. The game broke well for them, and they played just well enough. The game did not break well for me. I needed earlier growth. Yeah, I really just needed earlier growth. The opening felt pretty good. I got a lot of actions I wanted, and I got to double build in round 6. And that's about the extent of where we got good breaks. After that, I could not get clay because purple took a lot of clay and turned it into dubious clay rooms and did not take enough wood for fences or get enough food going to have an efficient game. This is classic, like, this looks like a classic 200 rated player to me who just, like, understands how to push growth and nothing else. And takes too much clay, but whatever. But yeah, that didn't go well. Teal, it's somewhere in, like, stage 4 here is where Teal built this hearth and then actually got 2 pigs, 3 sheep. It was crazy. I think Teal should have got food clamped even harder than they did. I mean, Teal still scraped by this game on food and made it work, but Teal definitely should not have got 6 wood. So I think Teal did get some significant breaks. I think Purple could play this game in a way that was much better for my game and much worse for Teal's, but we have a lunatic who wants to build a bunch of rooms and grow a bunch in front of us. Who wants to take a bunch of the clay that we want in front of us. Doesn't want to take the wood away from Teal. Oh well. Oh well. Nobody wound up baking this game either, which is a little bit sad. I mean, we had a little bit of bake action kind of towards the end, but that's part of why this game felt so food tight, though, is like I could inject a bunch of food for myself, but I also needed a fireplace or a hearth. Everybody feeding via fireplaces and hearths by the end. Everybody had pretty iffy food. It was a weird one. All right, anyhow. You'd have leaned harder to stew and been punished heavily by round 7 growth. Yeah, purple not going for 3 rooms is pretty baffling. Yeah, steals the stone oven. Also, why no one bake? I mean, look, I took the stone oven in freaking round 10 or something. Like, there was tons of stone, tons of opportunity to take the stone oven, and I wound up with way too much stone. I took 4 stone. Thought it was going to be useful for Reno, but then I got reed blocked. Like, I wound up having to do weird things. I don't know. You taking stone oven was so sad? I mean, you took the well. Like, why are you sad? You want to take pottery. Then have set up a different game plan and don't rush the well. I don't know what to tell you. Like you chose to prioritize some things. I will grant you taking pottery away from them would have been pretty nice, but also it was round 11 I took stone oven, wasn't it? I mean, whatever. I get it's late growth, but there was plenty of time for most people to get stuff done if they really wanted to. You had no actions. Yeah, nobody had actions. I understand. There were no actions to be had anywhere. Okay. I'm gonna play a Race for the Galaxy and very possibly regret it, but we'll do one. We'll do one nonsense of this. See how it goes. Stonehoff was absolutely correct, especially I was staring down the barrel for Exo Stone. Yeah, I mean, again, I could have gone for the Stone Room line maybe, but that's a lot of actions I didn't really have in order to grow again, and also as it turned out in the end game, like I probably should have been able to foresee the fact that since purple was pushing to 5 rooms and teal already had 5 rooms, like I was probably going to get my 5th family member without too much problem anyhow. Oh hey, we get to face somebody who's actually very good at Race to the Galaxy and watch them destroy us. Glorious. Okay. So this hand looks like keep Space Marines, keep Uplift, keep Robot Sentry. And I guess keep Imperium Lords, although probably that gets trashed. But play Space Marines, play these, trade the goods off them, get somewhere. Probably not get much of anywhere. Production Leader is the goal and prosperity lead. Uh-oh. I don't really have cards for either of these at the moment. Nor for goods. Oh, gross. Yeah, a produce cycle looks really good. I don't have that. I don't have that many. Well, Innovation Leader. If I keep Galactic Scavengers... Galactic Scavengers leeches off a produce action, although Alien Factory leeches off the produce action nicely. But I'm going to get Windfall Goods to keep trading. I don't need to produce trade. Alright, get rid of this. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Alright. I have to place a card under Scavengers. It could be this. I can consume, and I'm just going to explore, because I need cards to pay for Marines. Although if somebody picks Settle, oh yeah, they picked Settle. That's not good. That was not good. I did that to myself. I cannot place any of these, because I have no military yet. Ugh. Blech. Oh, they also have Galactic Developers. Okay, sure. Well, we're gonna lose, but quite a bit, probably. Yeah, they already... They already got a gold, cool. I'm selling a card for 2. It's not great. They sell... Alright. I'm gonna assume they develop for me. So I'm gonna call the naked trade here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call the naked trade here. I'm gonna assume that I get away with settle and sell, because I'm gonna assume that they pick develop. But... it's risky. They... didn't... Oh, wait. They get to pick my action after I reveal mine? Oh, my. Well, I didn't know what that world was, but they're clearly... Yeah, I was going to say, they clearly will not call develop for me anymore. That's... I hate new cards at times. What the fudge is that nonsense? I also can't settle... Like, I can settle this now, but... Ugh, what a dumb... Psy Crystal's insane in 2-player. Yeah, I agree. That's picking your actions after the opponent is fucking busted. I've actually not run into this yet, but what a dumb effing card. I don't want to play this game anymore. I want to concede, to be honest. Like, alright. We do at least get away with a trade, so it's fine. I'm getting to discard a card, sure. I'm still leaning into the only military I see. Yeah, it's got to be the right play. This is a production world, though. Yeah, okay. Yeah, aside everything here, everything looks real dumb for them, but whatever. All right, I will develop and I will settle. That's fine. They are trading. That was expected. They get to call another phase. Again, it's this. I don't even know how to fight this world. I probably should figure out how to someday, but what a dumb card. Just dumb. Alright, do I play Imperium Invasion Fleet here? I think I do. This opens up most of my other stuff. Alright, I don't want this. I do want all of these. I don't want this. I don't want this. This is a military production world. It's kind of fun, actually. I guess I get rid of Imperium Lords, because when am I playing it? Then again, I have an Imperium... No, I gotta keep Imperium Lords. That's gotta be a dream of ours. I guess I don't need Space Marines to pull off most of the rest of what I'm doing here. Sure. Oh, and I get to save a card. Perfect. That's right. All right. Okay. Now I get to place a worlds. I don't want to eat the good off my world, so I just want production world. Okay. Now I choose settle consume. They're going to pick develop on me, and I have nothing to develop. Brilliant. Brilliantly done, Ryan. Absolutely wonderful. Yep, they pick develop, and I don't want to develop. They're scooping up more of everything, because why wouldn't they? I play this and sell this good. Yes. And I discard 2 cards. Alright, I don't want research labs. I don't want mining robots. Alright, I double settle. Yeah, I start spamming settle. Oh, I also could have another card to sell, though. Are they going to call develop? Or are they running produce? They're kind of running produce consume cycles on me. It looks like they're running produce consume cycles on me now. I hate calling develop for them, but developing Imperium Lords, if they actually are going to... Developing Imperium Lords here, if they're actually going to run produce cycles, lets me leech a lot of card draw. So I guess I'm going to pick develop myself. Wow, and they're doing consume. Not... Are they going to produce? I have no idea. We'll see what happens here. I might not play... If they're going to produce, I'll play Imperium Lords, but if they don't do that, I might play something else. Oh, they are going to produce, though. Perfect. All right, Imperium Lords, you're in. Space Marines, you're gone. Expedition Force, you're gone. You're gone. You're gone. And something else has to be gone. Again, what do I need more military for? Also, I could just scavenge it. Yeah, I could just scavenge this. Scavenge the dropships, yes. Oops, except I scavenged the wrong card because I forgot it's Space Marines got saved. Okay, well, that's decent at least. I play a Rebel Colony here. Yeah, I'm being forced to consume this good anyhow, so I don't want another good. I want another production planet, actually, yeah. More production. More leeching off of them. Consume this for a point. Produce all of that. Okay. Now what? Now I just do the double settle plan. Just spam military worlds. They're probably, I mean, they're still destroying me. So, you know, there's that. They're going to also get production leader before me. If I find a brown planet, I could at least get the diversity goal, but this looks pretty bad. Me in the case of the infinitely spendable Space Marines, yeah. Yeah, I mean, ultimately, I'm getting stomped here by a player who's very good and by bad decisions. And by a player who ran into just absolutely what seems busted too. You think I was stomped round 1. I agree. Psy Crystal World seems just actually busted good, but... okay. I may as well play Imperium Cloaking Tech, because it's bonus points on Imperium Lords, and I still don't need more military at the moment. Yeah. Alright. I will pay this bank. Or do I invest in the bank? There's not much game left. Investing in the bank feels unnecessary. Alright. Let's get out this Rebel Colony. Side Crystal's good but not busted. Galactic Scavenger's just very awkward start. I agree with that. Well, yeah, to be clear, I also just effed up on it immediately because I had no clue what it did. And so I tried to naked trade and got killed. Yeah. It was very annoying because I didn't fully read the card, to be fair. Although to be fair, the card, like, this is where Race for the Galaxy is kind of annoying with all the expansion shit. I see the card comes like this, right? The card looks like it says 5, it costs 5, it's worth 3 points, it does this, it does this. How am I supposed to know about the other thing? I have to hover over it? I mean, fine, but what a dumb card. Not really a dumb card, but really, no, I do, look, it's, Race for the Galaxy has a lot of effing symbols to eventually learn, which is pretty annoying, but I can learn symbols, but anyhow, we're getting absolutely stomped here. Just absolutely stomped. Terraforming Energy is a bit late, but such an absurd card. Oh, this? Yeah, there's a lot of dumb cards, so it's all good. You've soured on Race. I don't know that I like this format. I mean, it's what the arena format currently is, but I'm really not sure I like the Prestige expansion, including such cards like this. Get rid of it. Anyhow, what am I up to? I'm very much losing, so let's just lose fast. What do I even do to lose fast? I would just double settle again into death? Sure. Well, God, yeah, I just want the game to end. I mean, or I could just hit the concede button, but all right, let's just double settle and just essentially hit the concede button. Race is just a swingy game. Yo, for sure. To be clear, I should just hit the concede button. Like, I lost. It's fine. You just have to learn how to play Prestige. I guess. Here's the thing, I guess, Sid. I don't need more in Race for the Galaxy than what already exists. Hey, Smuggling Lair. That's at least a card that does a thing for us. Beautiful. Give me that. Yes. I hit a goal, everybody. I hit a goddamn goal. Take that. You also don't like the extension. It's fine. Anyhow, to be clear, people overvalue Prestige. I mean, whatever. Okay, here's the thing. I don't need Prestige to have fun in Race for the Galaxy. To me, at the moment, it's definitely too much fluff. I should just stop playing the arena mode, and I should try to find more games with formats that I'm more, like... There's already enough for me to think about with some of the expansions, because I'm not that experienced, and Prestige just has way too much effing crap for me to worry about. I don't need it. I don't want it. You like Search too much to not play with Prestige? That's fair. The key is having faster starts and using Search aggressively. I do think that's one thing, again, I'm still not good at. I definitely should use the Search action way more aggressively. I didn't use the Search action at all this game. I didn't use any of the beneficial moves. So I'm sure I'm supposed to be doing that more often too. But again, it's just so much effing crap to consider and worry about. I play this because it's 3 points. Yeah. I play this because it's 3 points and the game's over. Good. Sure. Keep salvaging that. Alright, we got beat by a good chunk, which we knew because we ran into somebody incredibly good at Race for the Galaxy, and we are not. We are not. Alright. Well, that didn't really satisfy my desire to have an enjoyable game, but I don't know that there will exist. Oh, pure base game. Pure base game's pretty gross too, but fine. I'll run it quick. Let's do it. Alright. What do I got? I see Terraforming Colonists, which is okay-ish. I see Star Nomad Raiders, which is... This would be quite lovely if I could actually play either of these cards. But it's not clear how I'm going to do such a thing. Public Works is pretty solid development, at least. I just don't know how... Don't know how I'm going to get these cards out, so I'm tempted to just chuck all the military away. And I think that's what I'm going to do. And then I think I'm going to try to just settle and trade. Not that that's very exciting. What happens if develop gets called? I have to play this in something else. Maybe it's just explore and settle? Yeah. Okay, we are developing. Of course, there were the drop ships that would have enabled my other nonsense. But hey, here's an empath world. That's fine by me. And I'll keep the drop ships. Pure base game's way worse. I agree. Both my worlds are strong, but without a military dev and no search option to find one, I can't go with Nomad. Agreed. I agree with that analysis. Alright, we definitely get the public works down. And what do I not want? I don't think I actually want dropships. So let's get rid of that. I am going to play the empath world. And distant world looks slightly expensive, so let's get rid of that. I'm definitely going to trade. Ooh. Genetics lab seems okay-ish. Yeah, we're going to consume. The only real question... Well, my opponent's played credits. I don't really need to develop for them. Do I do one more search action for any good reason? Sure, let's do one more explore. We're going to need a produce action. Okay. That's confusing. Alright. I would like to produce on my Windfall world. Yes, please. We found an Alien Tech Institute. That doesn't look very good. None of these 6-cost cards look very good yet. This mining conglomerate and mining worlds, that might be what we can lean into. That might actually be a thing. I also found an investment credits with Public Works. Wait a sec. We can also just dev spam. Alright. I don't think I need you anymore. Alright. I develop and develop again, or do I... Well, if I can settle this and start trading this. Do I need to trade here? No, but are they gonna trade? Maybe. I'm gonna dev spam a little, though. Okay, we get new economy. Yes. Alright, we develop investment credits. Dropships is really inefficient in your opinion? I agree, that's why we got rid of it. Okay. They have a consumer markets. Okay, they're leaning into a produce develop cycle, or produce consume cycle. So how am I gonna outrace that? Oh, I probably just lose now? Fun? Yeah, I agree. I probably am just losing to this. I guess I have to play my own mining conglomerate and play this mining world and hope to find more mining worlds? I don't know that that works. Find my own consumer markets. Interesting. They are probably just hitting produce consume every turn. Can I possibly just dev spam them into a win anyhow? I don't know that that's true. Because they're probably not picking settle, but I really don't want to pick settle myself. Although they only have 2 cards in hand. They do only have 2 cards in hand. I go develop and settle? That might be the play. Develop and settle. Yes, and they are just going to try to produce consume on me. Ideally, they don't have a world they can actually play here, but if they do, well, I did a thing. Alright, do I play new economy here? New economy gets me some useful card draw? Yes. New economy, you're in. Consumer markets, I don't want you. Deficit spending, I don't want you. Don't want you. I'm probably trashing everything, actually, in order to afford this. Yeah, basically. This looks useless. This might not be useless. Okay. Alright, they did turn down all of my, all my offerings. They turned down my lovely offerings, so that's encouraging, actually. Not that I'm finding more worlds that I need. If you're calling settle, I should really call double settle to get black market world down. Interesting. This is a fantastic time to leech off their consume. I get a big trade off black market. You get a card from mining world. They have 2 cards. Okay, interesting. Okay, cool. That makes sense. That's fair. I did not do that. Replicant robots looks okay here. It's very unlikely they had double settle, but they could have. Okay. All right. I think I'm just going. Well, do I develop settle for them? Or I go develop, I could develop consume, I guess. I don't know that that's right, but I don't know what's right, so. They could have had 1 planet to play, yeah, I agree. You're not totally sure that I'm dead. Yeah. You think I can't call settle now. I agree with that. They're calling settle, wow, okay. Their engine's slightly slow, yes. Alright, let's play this replicant robots. Oh, actually, I might want contact specialist later. Do I actually ever want galactic renaissance? Research labs. No, I really don't want this. Okay, I can get rid of it. I can place a world. What world do I want? Do I want galactic trendsetters? Probably, actually. It seems pretty useful. Although this is just a guaranteed draw also. This is also pretty good for free. Yeah, let's get that down. Alright, I'm trading this away. And I consume over here. Alright, so the good news is... Oh, I get a merchant guild? I mean, sure. Also, I'm at 9 cards. 9 in tableau. Yeah, okay, they're too slow. They're just being too kind to me. I'm just double developing. Yes, develop. Develop. And they're going to produce. Lovely. Alright, I would like a merchant guild. Goodbye, you. And goodbye, you. And goodbye, you. And you. And I play a terraforming robot? Sure. Goodbye, you. I can produce on Windfall Worlds. Sure. Let's do that. I don't need you. Okay. They did find Free Trade Association, because why wouldn't they? You won the race for joining before the stream ends, but you lost the race for the Agricola portion, and you got the race for the Galaxy. Yes. We're about to be done. Alright, what do I do here in order to win? Calling times 2 does not seem very good, so we're not doing that. I would like to just double settle again. Yes. Yes, I would. I have a bunch of worlds that are worth playing. Although I didn't play Contact Specialist yet. Am I supposed to develop Contact Specialist in order to drop this? No, not really. I could just drop these guys. Okay. Double settle it is. Alright, I do want Galactic Trendsetters. Goodbye. Their game's ending. All of you. And what's the highest VP planet I can drop? I can drop this guy. That seems worthwhile. And I can consume the good? Sure. Oh, wait. Merchant Guild likes Production Worlds. No. Production Worlds. Alright, you're probably worth playing then. Oh, although worlds with consume powers are good. New economy. So many considerations. Probably should play Old Earth, I guess. Wait, no, new Merchant Guild lets me trash some cards, though, for more points. Alright, yeah, Merchant Guild, you're in. You're in. I don't know if that's correct, but it's good enough. Alright. Definitely consume in our 2-point thing. I don't know that cards matter, but sure. Consume over there. And now discard some cards. Goodbye, cards. Alright, we got the win. I played blah 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 trade emissaries. It does the same thing as contact specialist. Oh, well, that's convenient. Then I did the wrong thing at the end. See, I need to learn some of the base cards still, because I clearly don't remember them. This does the same thing? I thought this... Oh, it does do the same thing as Contact Specialist. Look at that. Well then, I definitely was supposed to play the Alien World. But I played fine. It's a starting world. It's a new starting world, though, right? That's why I'm not as familiar with it. But that makes sense. Neither card can settle alien military. Oh, of course. Duh. Okay, well then it was fine. You're right. It was fine. Contact and Galatrade are both non-alien. Okay. That makes sense. And then I didn't draw the Rebel Homeworld until right at the end. Otherwise, clearly, we would have thrown that guy down. But okay, cool. All right. Well, we snuck a win out, mostly because our opponent played bad. I'm pretty sure our opponent's supposed to probably just win with consumer markets in a produce-consume cycle that we couldn't keep up with, but luckily, we had enough other good things going on. Okay, well, that makes me feel just mildly better, so. But yes, clearly much more practice on race in order to be good, but you think they tried doing the markets one world too soon and then get any card flow. Yes, I agree with that. I would agree with that. Because otherwise, yeah, this looks kind of scary, but. All right. Anyhow, thanks everybody for hanging out. Thanks for chatting today. It's been fun. I don't know when I'll be streaming next yet, but well, I'm sure I'll get there. Sad that the Agricola game was pretty gross rock fighting today, but that happens. You're gonna hit me up about Game Request 3? Yes, please do. We can definitely chat and figure that out. And I still need to talk to Patrick and figure out when I'm gonna actually actually get that that done. So hopefully I'll get there. But yeah, thanks everybody. It's been a fun stream. It's been a good time. Not quite the results we wanted in a bunch of games, but that's all good. Consumer markets needs a bit of draw or cards in hand to keep it accelerating. Yes. Agreed. Agreed. The one good thing we did in that game is that I at least largely managed my economy well, and that's most of why I won is because my opponent slightly rushed out their produce consume cycle, and then yeah, I don't know though. That basically I know that there's a lot that I don't know how to do in Race for the Galaxy well, and like look, it's swingy. Every individual game is hard to analyze how much your decisions were bad and how much your luck was bad, but just based on elo, there are players that are clearly much more skilled than I, and I don't fully know everything yet. But part of the problem is because yes, I'm playing too many games with Prestige, and I also just don't know enough of the deck or don't know how to react to it. Also, I probably just need to slow down a lot of games too. It's very easy just to click way too fast and not really consider fully what's going on. So, if I really want to work at it, I can, and maybe I will. We'll see. But play the hard AI on the app. It'll teach you Prestige really well. Okay. Yeah, it might be an option. So, but I don't know how much I'm actually gonna dive into race or not. It's been kind of fun for the last couple days, but we'll see. We'll see how much I continue. But thanks, everybody. It's been good. I'll see everybody around. Good to head off. See y'all. Bye.